Okay, good evening, everyone. I once again welcome all the participants to this executive and skill enhancement course organized by the School of Happiness, Ramanujan College. I also extend my heartiest welcome to our today's guest, today's resource person, Dr. T.K. Mishra, who is the founder director of the School of Happiness and also professor in Ramanujan College. I welcome you, sir. In the last class, Sir had spoken about the three C's of unhappiness, that is competition, comparison, and contradiction. First one was competition, and it was said that since childhood, we are taught to compete with everyone. Second was comparison, which says that no matter how much money we have or you have, our happiness comes down when we compare ourselves with others. And third one, which was talked about by Sir in the last class, was contradiction, which says that our thoughts may be good, but actions are opposite. And this is how we abuse ourselves. So, in today's class, Sir is going to speak on how to become or how one can become our own best friend by being respectful to yourself, to your thoughts, and to your values, so that we are able to overcome the three C's of unhappiness, which are, I'm repeating again, is comparison, contradiction, and competition. Now it's over to you, sir. I request you to take over and begin with the session.
Thank you, Neha. Let's begin with the happiness in the class. So are you feeling happy, Neha?
Yes, sir, I am feeling, I am happy these days.
Okay, fine. Okay, this is a happiness class. And this is the elementary thing that we must take note of, that, it's not a serious class, it's a happiness class. Okay. Well, the three C's you very well explained, and I can repeat it that, the well, let me begin with a quote by William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare says the fault is not in our stars. He talks to Brutus and he says, the fault is not in our stars, dear Brutus. It is in ourselves. It is in ourselves. So what we have to understand, that mostly we become our biggest enemy. No one else, no outsiders. So in order to overcome these anomalies, like we are meant to compete with each other and then always in a state of comparison, and also like every time we contradict ourselves. When we are not doing what we are thinking, how can we be happy? It's very simple. Therefore, in this class, I would like to speak upon how to become own best friend, how to honor your thoughts, how to be respectful to yourself. And it is an old saying, love thyself, the Bible says. That, that strengthens you, that empowers you to overcome all kinds of anomalies. And a very simple thing that you all can note, that by being fair to yourself, you can make yourself own best friend. Fair. My discussion would revolve around this particular word, fair. F-A-I-R. The first letter F stands for fullness. Okay. Three words I would discuss under F, that is fullness, forgiveness, and fearlessness. Very briefly, I would explain uh, because I want you to reflect upon these things. Fullness. We can look at ourselves that do we give full to someone? Even in this class, you will note that, are we giving full the participants? And when you give half, then the outcome would also be half. Everywhere, whether in love or learning or listening, full and active listening. But seldom we do that. Okay. And besides, we all can, look into it that on half information, partial information, we take decision. We don't care to get the full information. You can imagine how can your decision making be right or proper. Okay. So fullness stands for if you give full, then only you will take full. You will get full. Very logical. Okay. And in every field, we have to keep this mind, and we are the victim because we are not giving full. We're not giving full. Another word is forgiveness. If we do not forgive, we are never at peace of mind. And when we are not at peace, we cannot, be a good friend of ourselves. Okay, we cannot have a stable mind, and unless the mind is stable, how can you do talking to your own self? For that, you need to be peaceful. Okay, and if you don't forgive, you don't get also. Forgive and forgetting. Okay, for you drive out for in both the words, and then give and get. As you give, you get. So it is in your selfish interest, vested interest, to be forgiving. This is the second thing. And why I'm saying all these things, essentially to befriend yourself. The third word is fearlessness. How can you be a good friend of yourself, if you are fearful of external forces? Okay. And how can you be absolutely transparent? जो अंदर है वो बाहर बोलने की हिम्मत कैसे होगी if you are fearful? Okay. And if you are not transparent, you do not get love and affection from outside. Okay. So in order to have intimacy with yourself, intimacy from within, you need to be fearless. Okay. This is for F, these three. Second letter of fair, being fair to yourself, is A, is acceptance. Somebody doesn't like you. It is his problem, not your problem. God has created you. Whatever God has given you, whatever way God has, made you, you have to accept it fully. Why should you depend upon, the acknowledgement of others, outsiders? This is really very strange, that we always look for, judgment of others. Okay. We need to accept ourselves as it is. Okay. And when you accept the circumstances, accept your position, accept your fault also, then Even in the court of law, the judge is lenient. Okay, he gives you half punishment. Okay, the person has accepted his fault, his crime. Maybe at the spur of the moment he was excited, he could not control himself. But now the fellow is genuine, is good. So he can reduce the amount of punishment. Okay. Similarly, second word is appreciation. If you cannot appreciate yourself, how can you live with a person whom you do not appreciate? Your body, you are not appreciating it, and you are thinking be you can befriend your body or yourself. Okay. So this is very important, that with whom you are living, you must have sense of appreciation. Sense of appreciation for yourself first, and then for others also, for the nature also, for the creator also, everything. Okay. And the next letter is A, that is alive to the present, momentous. Okay. We cannot be, always in the past mode or in the future mode. We have to enjoy the present. Okay. Mindfulness, allows you, if you are mindful enough, it allows you to be in the present moment. Always worrying or always, being regretful for the past, always thinking of your guilt. How can you be happy? How can you be a good friend of yourself? Okay. So you should be alive to the present. It's very important. This is the three things that I have told you about A. Next is I. I is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship. One is entrepreneurship. That's something innovative you have created outside. But every individual is an enterprise in oneself. You draw inputs from outside, process it, and then you produce knowledge. Okay. Wisdom, good ideas, new things. So you are an enterprise in yourself. So you have to be insightful, innovative. Your internal factory system, your internal machine should be working. Then only you can be a good friend. If it is not coming out with new ideas, fresh ideas, creativity, then obviously you will get bored from yourself. So this is important, that you have to keep your machine on, internal machine of creativity. The second word is, introspection. I. We must try to understand that why things are happening not the way I want. The self-realization. Okay. So important for your personal transformation. And without personal transformation, without enlightenment, how can you have pride over yourself? So introspection is very important to revise your course of action, to modify, to make corrections. Okay. And the third word is inspiration. Do such work which inspires you and the others also. You should draw inspiration from leaders, even Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi used to draw inspiration from Vivekananda, Martin Luther King, and so many other people. If you want to be a leader, first you have to be a follower. All the follower qualities you should have. Even, in Mahabharata, Arjuna would not have won the war had he not been an ardent follower of Lord Krishna. So life has to be made inspirational. Others should make you their role model, and even you should get inspired by good thoughts and wisdom of others. The last letter, that is responsibility, R. A very important thing. A very important thing. If you commit suicide, who is responsible for that? You have taken decision of this kind. Okay. So, responsibility is something, Lal Bahadur Shastri, I remember, when there was a train accident, he was railway minister. He owned the responsibility and he left. He resigned from his job. An example. Mother is an example of responsibility. She's happy. A mother who doesn't take care of her children, she goes to the office and not taking care of, their children, not attending children properly, cannot be happy. Cannot be happy. Okay. So responsibility, you should own the responsibility in order to be respectful to yourself. Another R is reputation, goodwill, your trustworthiness, your dependability. Warren Buffett, he said that it takes 20 years to make your, goodwill. And it takes 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about it this way, you will act differently. This is a statement of, Warren Buffett. So if your goodwill is there, then obviously people will respect you. And when you see that people are giving full respect to you, you develop respect for yourself also. And you become best friend of yourself. So important. And then, the last word is regretfulness, humility. In day-to-day life, maybe there is some fight between you and others. You just use a word sorry, I'm sorry, and the whole conflict is over. You are relieved, the other person is also relieved. That is the power of saying sorry. A road diversion, and you will find that it is mentioned that inconvenience regretted. That one particular word, one particular sentences cools you. Your entire anger goes away. So, saying sorry, feeling regretful is very important. Is very important. So that's how, briefly I said that you should act in a fair manner with yourself, and fair, as the first letter, fullness and forgiveness and fearlessness, and A stands for acceptance. Whatever you are, okay, every individual is unique in itself. You are unique. Why shouldn't you accept yourself? Similarly, appreciation, sense of appreciation for yourself and for others, for the nature, for the creator, for the God, everyone. And Be alive to the present. That is also important. Okay. Similarly, entrepreneurship, your enterprise should be functioning always. Okay. And then introspection, in order to revise your course of action. Okay. In order to transform yourself, to change yourself. How can you do it without introspecting? And then be inspirational. Then you will develop respect for yourself. Be the role model for others and be the role model for yourself also. Okay. And the last letter was R, that is responsibility. And in this, I said that taking responsibility, owning responsibility, uh, makes you respectful towards yourself. Okay. And then reputation, you should be bothered about how to build your reputation. Okay. And then regretfulness, saying sorry works wonders. Okay. So this is how I have explained it. Okay. Now, Neha, you have any question you can put?
Yes, any questions from any of the participants? So I myself also have some questions, though I want others to ask first in case they have, then I will ask you.
Please go ahead.
Yes, anybody? Okay, so as you said that we should try and become our own, friend and even best friend if feasible. So, sir, even if I try that, so is there any point when I get to know that I have become a friend of mine or best friend of mine? Is there any way of getting to know the same?
Okay. Well, a wonderful question. There is a difference between the two things. One is being happy in your life and being happy with your life. Okay. Maybe in your life, you are very happy, comfortable, all gadgets, everything, good marks, good job, good position. Okay. So you are happy in your life. But sometimes you think that, uh, is it the purpose of my life? Okay. Am I happy with my life? Okay. So both are important. Both are important. You are own best friend when you are able to find true meaning, that is work satisfaction, and right purpose, that is life satisfaction of your life. So you can consider yourself as the best friend of yourself only when you achieve both these. You are happy in your life and you are also happy with your life. Okay. So one is the job satisfaction, professional satisfaction. Another is life satisfaction. When you are happy with your life, it means you are getting life satisfaction also. Both are important. Both are important. I can't say that only. And the first one is when you get the meaning of life. Okay, everyone wants to become chartered accountant or lawyer or IS officer in order to get a meaning of their life. They get meaning also. Okay, but then life satisfaction is different. For that, you need enlightenment, personal transformation. For the first thing, for the meaning in life, you need education. Okay, whereas here you need enlightenment. Okay, so these are the two things we must try to clearly understand. And the doors of happiness fly open, you know, when you have both the things. Okay, and we all should try to be happy in both the situation, with both in life and with life also. Yes, Neha. Anything else?
Yes, sir. So we keep trying this. I think all of us have been trying this, and hardly very few of us achieve such a intention or what we try for. But still, in the process of trying, also, I think most of us feel that there is a conflict between the inner and the outer world. And in the beginning, also, as it was said, that there's a there is not harmony in what we think and what our intentions are and what we do. So, can we have a harmony in our inner and the outer world in terms of like both are same, both should be same? Because most of the times, like we do something, but we are thinking something, we want to do something, but then we end up doing something else. So, is there also any other way, or if apart from what we have mentioned, apart from what you have mentioned, that how can we win, both the inner world as well as the outer world?
Okay, fine. So there you want to be the winner of both the worlds, best of both the worlds. Okay, inner and outer both. Very good, very good. That all of us should try to, you know, all of us should try to get to win both the worlds. I'll give you one word, okay, where if you follow that, you will win both the worlds. And I have coined one acronym that is called BEST, BEST. Okay, in the 4 words I will explain. Okay, 4 steps. One is benevolence. B stands for benevolence. When you are always thinking about the welfare of others, you are kind, you're empathetic and everything, always, okay, then you attract people also towards yourself. You get love and affection from outside people, and you have a sense of pride also in yourself that yes, you are doing something for the society and for the needy people. So this is one word. Benevolence will make you winner of both the worlds. Number one. Number two, ethics. E stands for ethics. The means that you adopt you know should be ethical to achieve your life goals or career goals. Anything, career goals stands for meaning of life, and life goals, that is purpose of life. So ethical means is very important, because even Mahatma Gandhi said that means has an impact upon the end. If your means are good, it will have good impact upon the end also. And he has proved it also, and the world over they are doing a lot of research on this, that how could this country win freedom out of non-violence. Okay, non-violence everywhere. I mean, this is a history in the world history that he has created. And that is why perhaps, since we won it through non-violence, so our democracy is one of the oldest in the world. And I mean, everything is in place, okay? Democratic values or whatever. So being ethical, when you are ethical, the process itself, the journey itself becomes enjoyable. What to talk of destination? We always keep thinking about the destination. Once we get the destination, then we'll get everything. No, the process itself becomes enjoyable when the means are ethical. This is E. And S is spirituality. You must consider someone which is a supreme authority, a higher authority than yourself. Those who say that I don't believe in God. What does that mean? That means that he considers the supreme. He doesn't acknowledge anyone superior than him. If your temperament is such, how can you have humility? And if you start comparing yourself, every third person is wiser, is more intelligent, is wealthier than you. Every third person. So why should you have so much arrogance? So when you are a spiritual seeker, or you believe in God, you are a God-fearing person, then obviously it has a lot of impact upon your behavior, upon your state of mind, and several other things, and then you also attract people towards yourself. Okay, so this is this S is spirituality, and the final letter is T, trust. Very important in life. Graham Greene, I remember the quotation of Graham Greene. He says, "It is impossible to go through life without trust." It is impossible, and no one else than Graham Greene has said. And he says, this trust is to be imprisoned in the worst cell of all, and oneself. It doesn't have to go out. You have to keep it, imprison it in a worst cell of yours. Trust, trust, trust. Okay. And this is how we must build the foundation of trust. While we may not exactly know how to build the ceiling of happiness, foundation of trust we must build. Then only we can think of building the ceiling of happiness. Okay, so I mean these are the things. Okay, how you can be happy in your life also, and with your life also. Okay, yeah, yeah. You are
Yes, sir.
muted.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Any other question from any of the participants? Yes, any question from any of the participants? Yes, Miss Preeti. Hello. Yes, Mrs. Preeti. Hello, Mrs. Preeti. So I think we have no
Well,
more questions. I think we can wind
well,
up the session.
well, Neha, I think our participants they
Yes,
don't
sir.
realize that they have been listening to such discourses since long, and therefore they should develop the capacity of reflecting upon this, giving their own ideas, contributing to something. If they have not developed this ability, then our purpose is not served. So I mean, maybe whatever they uh, share, uh, they are not perfect, but still they should develop the ability to share their thoughts.
Yes, sir. Very true.
Uh, so anyone
So once again, we can request so we can request the participants if any of them want to reflect upon anything or would like to share the experience or opinion on the mentioned abbreviations and terms. Yes, any of the participants would like to share his her opinion on the terms mentioned on the opinion on the abbreviations.
हाँ नमस्कार सर नमस्कार मैम
namaskar, namaskar.
सर बस मैं इतना शेयर करना चाहूंगी कि
Yes, Mrs. Manjul Gupta.
हाँ मैम सर
Mrs.
मैं
Manjul Gupta.
No, Sujata Rani wants to say something.
So
Okay,
I
go
think probably in the next class they will be reflecting upon on these
No, Sujata Rani
terms
want
and abbreviations.
doesn't matter sir
listen, Neha, you're not able to hear me. Neha, are you hearing me?
Yes, sir, I'm hearing, sir. I had lost the connection for a few seconds.
Oh yes.
Now
So
I'm able to hear you.
yeah, Sujata Rani wants to say something. she wants to say something. Kindly allow her to speak.
So I think
जी सर सर मैं मेरा ये मानना है, जो भी आपने, जैसे कि आपने ये फेयर को इतने अच्छे से डिस्क्राइब किया, मैं ये मानती हूँ कि एक एक चीज, एक एक वर्ड जो आपने डिस्क्राइब किया है, ये हमारे जीवन के एक ऐसे अनसुलझे से पहलू हैं जिन पे अगर हम लोग वर्क करते हैं या इनको अपने जीवन में उतार लेते हैं तो जीवन बहुत ही मतलब इतने सिस्टमेटिक वे में चलने लगा था कि पता ही नहीं चलता। कुछ चीजों को मैंने अपने जीवन में उतारा भी है और मैं उस चीज से बहुत हैप्पी भी हूँ। जब मैंने ये स्कूल ऑफ हैप्पीनेस ज्वाइन किया था तो शायद मेरे लिए ट्रस्ट करना लोगों पर बहुत मुश्किल था, क्योंकि बहुत सी ऐसी घटनाएं, दुर्घटनाएं जीवन में हुई थी कि ट्रस्ट करने से डरती थी। और जो ये फियरलेसनेस वाली फीलिंग है, हर चीज से डर लगना कि नहीं अब ऐसा अच्छा करेंगे तो भी बुरा होगा, तो धीरे 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 प्रैक्टिस करने से कि नहीं, हम अगर अपने आप को पॉजिटिव थिंकर मानते हैं या हम अपने आप में मानते हैं कि हम लोग अपनी इथिकल वैल्यूज है हमारी, तो किस चीज का डर। हमें अपने अच्छे कर्म करने से नहीं रुकना चाहिए। जो लोग अपने जीवन की सही डायरेक्शन नहीं जानते या जो भी नेगेटिविटी उनके पास है, अगर हमारे अंदर इतनी अच्छी चीजें आ जाएं कि हम शायद उनको भी पेनफुल सिचुएशन से बाहर निकाल सके, ताकि वो भी बुरा लोगों के साथ करना बंद कर दें, और ना भी निकाल पाए तो कम से कम खुद तो अच्छे रहें। तो सर ये मेरा मानना ये है। और दूसरा है कि हमें शायद अपने विचारों की दरिद्रता को त्यागना चाहिए, क्योंकि हमारे विचार ही हैं जो हमें स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाते हैं या वीक बनाते हैं। हमारे पास दूसरों को मदद करने के लिए बहुत कुछ है अगर हम चाहें तो। एक थॉट देखा था मैंने गुरु नानक जी का कि एक व्यक्ति पूछता है कि मैं इतना गरीब क्यों हूँ, तो उसने कहा कि तुम्हारे पास देने के लिए, मेरे पास देने के लिए किसी के पास कुछ नहीं है। तो कहने लगे नहीं, तुम्हारे पास देने के लिए एक अच्छी मुस्कुराहट है अगर तुम किसी को देना चाहो तो, तुम्हारे पास ये 2 हाथ है अगर तुम किसी के लिए कुछ अच्छा करना चाहो तो मेरा मानना है कि अगर हम चाहें तो हमारे पास इतनी सारी चीजें हैं कि हम बहुत कुछ कर सकते हैं, पर वो चाहत, वो मानसिक सोच वो हमारे साथ होनी चाहिए, तो हम बहुत कुछ कर जाएंगे, बहुत कुछ देंगे अपने आप को भी और अपने आसपास के माहौल को भी और शायद समाज को भी। जी सर।
सुजाता जी, मैं आपका उदाहरण ही लेना चाहता हूँ इस पूरे क्लास के सामने। मुझे लगता है कि आपने जितना इसका लाभ कमाया है और जितनी प्रगति करी है, वो इस वजह से कि आपने 75%, 80% फुल योगदान दिया है क्लास के प्रति।